we've got Stacey Abrams, a woman of integrity, a woman who cares about everybody. I know what choice I'm making. I'm choosing Stacey Abrams. And without further ado, let me introduce the next governor of the great state of Georgia, Stacey Abrams.
I'm worried about any Georgia citizen being denied their lawful right to vote. Because voter suppression is not only about blocking the right to vote, it's about creating an atmosphere of fear and convincing people they shouldn't use that right. And so whether it's one person, 3,700 people, or 53,000, every Georgian who is eligible to vote should have the right to cast their ballots. And what I say is that anyone who believes that you are eligible to vote, if you've submitted your paperwork and you're on the pending list, show up, cast a ballot, make them tell you no. Do not tell yourself no.
Are you asking illegal immigrants to vote for you? What's the story there?
Unfortunately, my opponent has decided that instead of putting out plans of his own, he's going to cherry pick words and try to make them say things they don't say. I have never once suggested that the undocumented should be allowed to vote in the United States or in the state of Georgia. I am a well-trained attorney, I am a civil rights activist, and I am a voting rights activist. I know that only those who are Georgia citizens have the right to vote. What I need him to do is actually let them cast their ballots. And unfortunately, my opponent has often had to be sued multiple times to get him to do his job, because that's part of his shtick. He wants voter suppression to scare people out of actually casting their ballots. And this is not based on any ad hominem attack, it's based on his own record. He had to be sued by our soldiers to allow them to cast their ballots. He had to be sued just recently. A federal judge just yesterday said that under his leadership, the signature mismatch program was unfairly casting aside absentee ballots. And so what I want is for him to let eligible voters cast their ballots. No more, no less.
What's your take on what's happening nationally right now with the mail bomb threats, and has there been any credible threats made against you in the process of this?
Well, first of all, I think we have to properly characterize it as an assassination attempts against leaders in the country. And that is not only a tragedy, it is something that should terrify us all about where our body politic is. And that's why I spend so much time talking about my willingness to work across the aisle. I may disagree with my opponent on policy, but I would never call into question his humanity. And I'm deeply disturbed by the national rhetoric that is creating space for this. I believe that we have to respect not only those who are leaders, but we have to respect the role that the media plays in sharing information. I do not currently face any threats, but what I do say is that I want to be seen as someone who will bring people together, because we can disagree sometimes, but we do not have to turn every disagreement into a battle.